let's get into the race here in Jeddah from a Ferrari perspective. And it's a podium for Leclerc, P3, but for Lewis Hamilton, it's a more disappointing day. P7 was what he brought home for us today. But let's start with the good though. That's our first podium of the season, and Leclerc, he drove an amazing race to get it. It was a podium on merit, and it just feels so good to see that he was able to keep up that pace throughout the whole race. You know, that first stint on the medium was probably what did it for him, because he was able to extend for so long, get that tyre delta, and then when he came out on the hards, he was flying again. Blitzed past George, and then he was even catching Verstappen at the end. I mean, obviously Norris was coming behind him, but I was even looking to see if he could get Verstappen maybe, because Verstappen's tyres were starting to go as well. But nah, man, massive job from Leclerc, getting the job done, and that's a podium. That's our first podium of the season. But let's talk about Lewis though. Lewis. Wagwan, bro. You know, at the start, he got past Sainz pretty cleanly, and things were looking calm. He was in P6. Should have just allowed Norris go through, and maybe his tyres would have been better for that first stint. But yeah, he battled, lost grip, had to come in pretty early, I think. On the hards, at the start was looking very bad. At some point, I think Leclerc came out. Obviously, his tyres were fresher, right? But Leclerc was doing laps 1 second faster. Crazy. So I was tracking the gap between him and Antonelli after Antonelli pitted. It was about 7 seconds when Antonelli came out. It got down pretty quickly at one stage, and it went down to like, what was it, 2.5 seconds, I want to say. And I was like, okay, still 10 laps to go. He can maybe get Antonelli here. But no. It just got to like 2.2. And then, I don't know if Antonelli had more in his locker he wasn't showing. But that gap just increased again, and then, yeah, P7 was settled. In the end, he finished, I think, 5 seconds behind Antonelli. I want to say 20-something, maybe a full pit stop behind his teammate. Just a really bad showing from Hamilton. And he continues to have to get used to the car. He's just not clocked it yet, and it's another poor race. Another poor race from him. But for Ferrari on the whole, to get a podium, on pace, great show.